My fellow baby dolls, it is not often a grown adult male can peg his own nipples, draw himself closer to the camera, and tell you to start believing in something. I am going to show you some crack in the form of a chart. Thank you to Mr. Arcane Bear. This is some copium. This is the Bitcoin price chart. This is a WankOff pattern, friends, which he believes is happening right now. And look, I'm allowed to guess. I'm allowed to hope that we're going to go higher. I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to pray for a better tomorrow. I'm allowed to usher in the green candles. Hopefully this is where we are right now, this like little phase B thingamajig. It's actually funny. You know this little part here, friends, it's like an $89,000 BTC price, which reminds me of Crypto Cobie. If you remember, I covered it for you yesterday. Crypto Cobie guessed, it's kind of funny, right? If you just put it on a daily chart. He guessed that he's going to get ushered into the bull trap, which might be here. And then in like the last 10 days of May, it comes back down. Everyone thinks it's over again. And then so begins May 1st and moving into April, and then we continue up. That would actually match the global liquidity cycle, which I'm going to show you now as well. That's the global M2 fractal, which I know is just hopium and copium, but it is what it is, friends. You know, that would be funny here if if Bitcoin is able to come back up. It goes to 89. Everyone's like, oh, maybe the fractal is actually too bearish, and then it comes back down here, and then we got to go up later, and then that part here will be scary once again. But yeah, this is just a nice wank off. Thank you to Mr. Arcane Bear. Now, Somi, why do you love Mr. Arcane Bear? Mr. Arcane Bear doesn't know who I am. Doesn't know who I am. Mr. Arcane Bear, you have a special place in my heart. You and Scott Milker. You want to know why? I don't know why, but my brain remembers you. When Richard Fart got done by the SEC, okay, Arcane Bear and Scott Milker, Wolf of Wall Streets, they were the only two people who came out of a sea of like 100 plus KOLs in crypto. They came out and they said, look, I'm just going to reserve judgment until the courts are done. The only two people, I promise you, and I remembered them. I don't know why. That was July 31st, 2023. The news came out. They're reporting on August 1st and August 2nd, 2023. And I remember sitting there like, wow, man, like, you guys are bosses, man. You have like, the whole crowd is telling you, call him fat. Call him fat. And that's what pretty much everyone's saying about Richard Hart. And we're like, bro, he lived on top of a sandwich shop. Okay? Don't knock the blubber. You don't know how good this chef was. Could have been a really good sandwich shop, friends. A lot of mayonnaise and tomato with the chicken schnitzels and the wraps. You know what I had today? You know what I mean? And they didn't throw that out there. So props to them. That's something special. They don't even know that, you know? But I keep that, friends, because I like to treat people how I want to be treated. You want to check out some crypto stuff out here? Just this is a bit funny. Just let's laugh. Crypto Cobie. Remember, Crypto Cobie's a billionaire. Put in 400 pounds into cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, in like 2011, 2012. First altcoin he bought made 100x in like 30 days. Second altcoin he bought, it did a 30x in a weekend. He traded himself up to $1 billion, man. It's wild. Started from just 400 pounds, I think. Over $1 billion, right? This is Crypto Cobie's post, which is a single row chessboard. It's obviously referring to President Pump and President Winnie the Pooh. They're going at it. They're like, play your next move. And they go in, play your next move, play your next move. And it's just going to be like this like worlds colliding, which is just, it's kind of funny just to see. I've got more cute updates here for you as well. Let's crack on through. So is Cobie going to put up a buy wall for the 10-year or nah? With what money? It's kind of funny. So if you remember, friends, this is Warren Buffett having some milkshake, huh? So there's a story, friends. The bottom, I forgot exactly where it was, but I think 2018, in the cycle I came in, I didn't know who Cobie was or Twitter was. I wasn't using Twitter, but apparently when we went down, I think it was zombie virus, friends. When zombie virus came here, I think Cobie put up a giant wall. It was either here or here. Might have been the zombie virus, and he made like this big tweet. He goes, "My wall will last the ages of times." It was like one of those Braveheart speeches. He did it as his wall, like no one's gonna break through this wall. Basically, like put on this bid, and I think it was a huge wall, maybe like hundreds of millions of dollars or something. And it basically never got filled, I think, or it did got filled and then didn't get filled for the second part, so he did hold up. This is the Japanese 30-year. Their yields are... Oh, wow, bro. Japan... So, friends, like... Okay. Japan, just the way you guys are going, okay? I'm going to see a lot of Japanese ladies of the night soon. They're just going to be running around, okay? Like, they'll have their Game Boys, of course, and we can trade Pokemon, but the way this thing is going, you guys got to do something. Now, remember, when this price goes up, okay, this is the yield. The yield's up almost 2.8%. Remember, Japan, friends, Japan have an aged economy. Yeah, there's more adult diapers than baby diapers in Japan. In a nutshell, friends, I don't care. I'm just going to speak the truth. Everyone knows this. Japan, like, you can use whatever word you want. Japan have, like, the least immigrants in the world. They just don't like immigrants. They want to keep everything Japanese, which is okay, bro. But just the problem is, if you're going to keep everyone Japanese, you've got to be banging your women and having multiple babies. You can't be having your 0.8 babies per couple birth rate. So that's immigration, right? You need it. But then people are like, but my race goes away. Look, that's okay, bro. Like, are you okay with sliding house prices and stock market for 30 years? Just saying, like, you want to keep everyone the same homogenized type of thing. I'm just telling you, there's a cost, bro. There's a reason why other countries immigrate. There's a reason why they do that. Number go up. Yeah, immigration and the population grows. Now you might say, well, why don't we just breed everybody and we don't need the immigrants? Okay, doofus, go try that. You think every country hasn't tried that? That was the first thing they tried. They're literally handing out Viagra to guys, not doing anything. You want to know why, friends? You know why? Pokemon, the dopamine from Pokemon is so addictive. Sex can't compare. So this is just a phenomenon with this is what happened with humans, friends. As we get richer and our wealth goes up and we don't need to worry about starvation and stuff anymore, we have less babies. Because you're getting dopamine from a lot of places. You don't need to go combine your genitals with somebody else. You're like, hey, lady, would you like to combine genitals today? Like, that's okay if your other option is go work in the coal mines. But in a world where you've got Pokemon Gold, Silver, the OG Pokemon, the new ones, friends, the black and white and the golden and all these diamonds, all these other things, but just too many Pokemon, way too many games to play. I still haven't even finished or even started, friends. I haven't even bought. This is actually embarrassing. I shouldn't tell people this, but I still don't even have Resident Evil 4 Remake or Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2. I finished number 1. Spent like 100 hours. Okay, so yeah, it's one of my greatest shames of life. But hopefully I get to play them in the next bear market. Okay? So as society goes on like this, you get their bonds doing this, and there's no one else to buy them. But remember, friends, after all that, have a guess what the answer is. Money printer. Thank you very much. That's it. Every single problem, aging population, immigration, up, down, left, right, China, tariffs, USA, President Pump, please. We can't stop all the winning. Habibi, Albi, the money printer is the answer every single time. Mr. Galoy Kevin, right? Things in China's favor. Let's read it. So there's a side for China, a side for USA. China. So USA needs to roll a lot of debt in the first half of 2025, which is interesting, friends, because remember, I thought it was the end of the year. It's actually, yeah, so, man, their debt rollover's getting close. Like, this is the final boss. They got to do it now. They got to do it. They're like, hey, Fed, hurry up and cut. Number 2, the midterm elections are a risk for Trump, but, like, who cares about that shit? Number 3, the Chinese culturally are world champions at being willing to endure hardship. Yeah, it's true, but here's the thing, man. When you get a taste of cherries, you don't want to go and start licking balls. Everyone knows that, right? When you're sniffing cherries all day, friends, and your middle class is up and you're booming and you're getting your Gucci stuff, you're not going back, bro. I don't care who you are. Don't give me this. Don't worry. We're going to go and sit on milk crates and give cigarettes to our 3-year-old kids and work in the coal mines for 15 years. We'll be fine. Yeah, I don't believe that. China controls a lot of rare earth metal production. Pretty good. So if that's the best you got, China, Matt, you're going to have to call up with President Winnie the Pooh. You're going to have to make a phone call, bro, because you guys aren't. I'm just calling it as it is, friends. You're not winning if you're going to say, oh, the midterms. The midterms. Bro, screw the midterms. No one cares. Things in the US's favor. China needs to fight deflation and has a lot of debt already. True. They've got to print. Your real estate Ponzi, China, because your stock market Ponzi, you've made no gains in 10 years. Number 2, net importers have the advantage over net exporters in a trade war. Yes. It's kind of funny, bro. Friends, I'm reading from all these soy boys. I'm like, bro, you've got a tattoo of a butterfly on your lower back, and you're a dude. You know what I mean? Like, I can't take you seriously in the context of a strongman US president trying to take over something. You know what I mean? Like, if we're in a bar, okay, I can't see a tattoo. All right, maybe you're good to have a drink with. But in the context of this, you're a dude with a butterfly tattoo. And butterflies are cool, friends. I'm going to probably come back as a butterfly and haunt some of you who need to be muted and stuff on my Twitter. Like, friends, look, I don't mind the violence and stuff out here, but I've got loved ones. I've got loved ones who want to get security for me now after reading some of these comments. I'm like, don't worry. Just, the candles are red. So net importers, all those people with those lower back butterfly tattoos, the dudes, they're saying tariffs don't work. Spoonie will never give in. Listen, man, don't tell me and don't try to tell Spoonie how he's meant to feel or what Spoonie's going to do. If you're a net importer, America can just start buying stuff from elsewhere. So it's funny how they spin it. Oh, you desperately need those $4 Nikes from China. They don't come from China, but you know what I mean? Like, no, bro. If they're too expensive, I'll just go somewhere else. Your economy's screwed. We just get a substitute. There's plenty of substitutes of stuff out there, friends. It's just like it's always the soy boys, bro. Number 3. The US can make a trade deal with countries that net export to the US and net import from China, where the US tariffs are dropped if those countries put up tariffs on Chinese imports. That's playing chess. Yeah, China have to cop that. The CCP, which is the Chinese Carrot Party, really doesn't want to see civil unrest like during the late stages of their zero zombie virus policy. Very true. US have geographic control over many global canals and shipping routes. This is why Panama was important. Interesting. Net, I think the US wins a chicken game. I think too, man. Friends, look, Uncle Ray Dalio, okay, we love you, bro. Uncle Ray Dalio, all right. I'm just telling you, I think this is all bark, no bite. I'm just calling it now. And I researched all of it. And I'll tell you, man, once I found out Lockheed Martin and Skunkworks, America's got the UFO tech, I was like, okay, game over. Game over, see us. Once I knew they had that and they were letting Bitcoin not be banned and Trump is in with this, I'm like, oh, I see how this is going. Okay, silly me. That's the real tech. It's kind of funny. In crypto, we think life-changing technology. Bro, sit down. You want to see life-changing technology? You're not allowed to see it. You know this is the truth. So, I do think China will make a deal with the USA. There will be no tariffs on Hello Kitty merchandise. Probably ignite the crypto bull run. So, we are waiting out here. Thank you to Somi Fan Token as well. They've been killing it out here. Also, as rounds, we got maximum fear and brokerage. You're about to go negative. A 3? This is from CNN, Cuck National News. Damn, man. Whoa, bro. It's literally, you're going down to 0. Far out. I feel it too, but like, stock market people, just sit down, dude. Okay, we got to take 95% swings in crypto. What are you talking about, you shitty little 25, 40% stuff? You're lucky, bro. The lower you go, the faster they print. If crypto goes down, you don't care. We just like die. Right? Then we need you guys to go down. It's true. This is Arthur Gaze. The Chinese yuan devaluation is on like Donkey Kong. Okay, so they started devaluing as well. That's what happens. Remember, they got the tariffs, they start devaluing, but then Trump goes, oh, you want to play smart? Raise the taxes. So it's awesome. It's awesome to see. This is a translation of Arthur Gaze's post. USA versus China tariff war. China will try to lower the renminbi to counter the tariff. Historically, when this drops, a lot of Chinese capital flow into BTC for Bitcoin, bullish for Bitcoin. Yeah, friends, I mean, like, one thing, what I love about Ivan, and make sure Ivan hears this, Ivan's like our worldly crypto representative. He's like our ambassador, and he's trying to give FOMO to like the heart of every Chinese citizen out there in the world. He's like, they're going to devalue your currency. You're going to have to buy into this to protect it. But it's true. You do have to do that. What, you think they're going to start appreciating it? No, they're not. So it is your only out, by the way. Very interesting. And if that works out, buy in May, go away. That might be what comes out next, my friends. So it's going to be probably, man, I wanted April to be good. I mean, it's called Ape Real, bro. It's got the word ape in it, but looks like April's going to be poop, as it is right now. I mean, like, it is already poop. And then we're waiting for buy in May, go away, which is really funny because, look, if this cycle's broken, then May has to go up for the first time. It has to, because like everything else has gone down. Right, we had a terrible March post Bitcoin halving year. April's meant to be the plus 40% Bitcoin month, went down again. Ethereum every month down. Okay, so if we're living in opposite land, like that Seinfeld episode, okay, opposite day, opposite land, opposite year, opposite cycle. May, buy in May, go away. Remember, I'm just the man on the internet with peg nipples who believes in something. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.